welcome to This Is Marques Brownlee. Do you know tech?
I think I do. I know new tech anyway.
Okay, well, I'm about to hit you with some slightly older tech. This is a little game we've been playing here on This Is, and the rules are really quite simple. We're going to show you a list of 12 different items, some phones, some other types of tech, and you have to answer 2 questions. First of all, if you can name the actual piece of tech or get very close, I'll give you a little bit of leniency. And the second is, can you name the year that the tech came out? Now this, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a spread. So say a new phone came out in 2010 that I show you. If you guess 2009 or 2011, you'll be correct. So you have a 1-year handicap.
Okay.
Are you ready to play Who Wants to Be a Tech-millionaire? Matt's just staring at me very menacingly off camera because I keep coming up with really bad Who Wants to Be a Millionaire puns. Are you ready to play, my friend?
I'm ready to play.
Oh, the wager, of course. Okay, so this is completely up to you. So no pressure. Feel free to say no. Totally fine. But if you can get 50% or more correct, I will tweet whatever you want from my Twitter. If, however, you cannot get 50%, then I'm going to kindly request for you to tweet out that everyone should come watch this video.
You know what? I'll take your bet.
All right, let's do it. Let's play. I'm not gonna do it. Let's begin with the first question.
It's conveniently no logos. All right. So this is an Android phone. It's got the capacitive home, multitasking, and back buttons. To me, it looks like an old Samsung because of that speaker where they put the little nub. But which Samsung? It's not a Galaxy. They never had a camera like that.
So this is the point where if you're feeling stumped, so keep in mind there are 12 questions here, but we do have a lifeline available called Phone a Ken, where you can phone a Ken and he may or may not be helpful. Just saying, you can use that at any point. But there's 12 questions, so if you're feeling reasonably confident, you probably shouldn't burn it yet.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna burn on one that I think I should get, but I'm not getting. I know that there's a Samsung logo probably right on the bezel. I just don't know which Samsung. And the year has gotta be, they had that nub on like Galaxy S7. Let's see, 8, 7, 6. Oh no, more like 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go 2014.
Marques Brownlee, you are 0% correct. This is the Ringing Bells Freedom 251 from 2016, aka the $4 smartphone. Do you remember seeing the videos on the $4 smartphone?
I kind of vaguely do. Wow, 2016 though?
Yes, so this was legitimately a $4 smartphone. It had like terrible specs, right? It had like a 1.3 gigahertz quad-core processor, 4-inch display, a 3-megapixel camera, lollipop. The thing was, this was actually mostly a scam because it was a rebranded phone from another manufacturer. And in fact, the CEO of this company was arrested multiple times for fraud and extortion, and only some of that was related to selling fake $4 phones.
Wow. Well, I'm almost glad I didn't know what that phone was then.
I feel like Lou did a video on this one. But yes, so, all right. Well, it's okay. It's a long game. Plenty of time to catch up with item number 2, please.
All right. This I've seen. This is my speed. So this is HTC One M8. That's my answer for the name. Now the year. So again, this was at least 2011 and no later than 2015. Let's see if I go 2014. HTC One M8 2014.
For question number 2, you get half points, my friend. This is in fact the HTC One M9 from 2015. You were close. The difference was, I don't think the M8 came in the darker color. I think the M7 and the M8 both had the lighter texture. And if I remember right, the M8 had that weird secondary like depth sensing camera that they immediately dropped for the M9.
Oh yeah, it had like 2, okay. Yeah, okay. I guess half credit. I gotta catch up. I'm behind right now, but I'll take that point.
It's okay. Well, 2014 was within 1 year of 2015, so you at least get the point for the year on that one.
I was right about the year that the M8 came out.
Very, very accurate. Yeah, because I remember the one M8 had the Google Play Edition, that was like my favorite phone for a while. That and the M7 before it. Hopefully you're ready to go a little bit farther back into the past with item number 3.
Dude, all I know is that's a ThinkPad. Like, it's got the nub. I promise you, I've never seen this device. Oh my God, it's not even, the screen isn't even in the middle. To me, I'm thinking 2001, but let me think. So When did they do? What's wrong with the keyboard? What is going on with this thing?
So the keyboard, I would say, is the unique feature because there was one and only one laptop that had a keyboard like this. It was a pretty unique feature that was sadly never replicated, or maybe not sadly, never replicated again.
I don't know what happened. This is a ThinkPad, and I'm gonna go, the year feels to me like 1995.
Marques Brownlee, you are 50% correct. This is in fact an IBM ThinkPad from 1995. However, the name is the 701. So you get half points. You nailed the year.
Okay. Wow.
So what's weird about this laptop was this is actually the beginning of the original butterfly keyboard. So this is actually a 10-inch laptop. And essentially what happened was the keyboard was split in half, and when you opened it up, it expanded out to be a full-size keyboard. Unfortunately, it was the only keyboard and the only laptop that really ever used this very bizarre design. But this was actually the beginning of the butterfly keyboard, albeit in a slightly unusual form factor.
It's a little unconventional for sure.
Yeah. All right, you're not doing bad. You're not doing bad. You are 2 of 6. You can easily pull it out with our next device.
Oh no, I should know this. You know why I should know this? Because we had this on RetroTech.
We did. So I don't actually know if it made it in, but when we did the episode of RetroTech together, this was one of the phones you made me react to. And yeah, look, I'll be honest with you. I would not remember the name of this phone either.
So like Sony, I think Sony is coming to mind. Oh no, I don't want to fall behind too much. This is bad. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna phone a Ken on this one.
Oh, you're gonna phone a Ken. All right.
Hello.
Ken.
What is up? What is up?
What's good? I gotta phone a friend. I need your help.
It is the Nokia 7280.
The Nokia 7280? Okay.
Yes.
Do you know what year it's from, by any chance?
2004?
2004. Nokia 7280, 2004. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Amazing.
So in future episodes, the phone a Ken is going to be severely nerfed. We're going to not let him know any of the information. But yes, you are 100% correct. Your phone a Ken was successful. You were 5 of 8, if I'm doing my math correctly. You are above water, my friend.
All right. That's what I like to hear. I'm glad I used it. I can use it again, right?
Nope. 1 phone a Ken per game. Moving on to item number 5.
Ooh, okay, I've seen that laptop. I've seen that keyboard many times. I'm gonna go with, this is an Apple laptop, and this is part of the iBook series, and I've had this keyboard in multiple laptops in my life, including an HP. I think it's a PowerBook. Because the PowerBooks, that's like, the iBook would be like the MacBook Air, and the PowerBook would be like this guy. This is the PowerBook. And then for a year, just based on when I got this keyboard and a laptop, this would be around 2010.
Okay, so I'm hearing word from my producer. You are close to the name, but we need a little bit more specificity. Can you get any closer than Apple PowerBook? Because there are quite a few different options.
Okay, I guess it's a shot in the dark because I was thinking G4, but let's go Apple PowerBook 2.
I'm sorry to give you 0 points on that one. This is a 12-inch Apple PowerBook G4 Titanium. And on the year, you were actually pretty far off, my friend. It was 2001, not 2010.
It's weird that I thought G4 because I thought that was an iBook thing. Wow, okay. Yeah, 0 points.
So the G4 line was one of the very first laptops that actually used a more widescreen aspect ratio. So even though it doesn't look all that impressive by today's standards, not only did it do that, it used the full 12-inch width of the keyboard. It went all the way to the edges. And interestingly, the laptop was made out of 99% titanium.
Sounds heavy.
Dude, you were so close on the name. I wanted to give it to you, but when you said number 2, I'm like, nah, I can't do that. Moving on to the next item, number 6.
Ooh, that's actually, I've seen that. That's fairly recent. But what is it though? What is that though?
If I didn't have a card telling me exactly what this was, I would have 0 clue what this thing is.
That's a whole Android tablet right there on your wrist. I might have to get lucky on the year because I am not even thinking of a brand for this one. I might just shot in the dark for this. This is the Apple Watch Series 3. And if I had to guess, because I really think this is like the last 4 years. So let me go 2017. 17.
Sorry to say, that is an incorrect answer. This is the Neptune Pine from 2014. So there were some major problems, but this actually became popular years after it came out because it was used by Jason Statham in Fast and the Furious #8, which was years and years after this thing came out, but I guess they thought it just looked cool. Okay, all right, 5 for 12. So you're still very, very much in it. However, now it's time to go on to item number 7.
Okay, so this is a Samsung Galaxy something. And I need to get the word right because when this came out, there weren't flexible screens, it was a curved screen. Man, and this is so dumb because why would you curve it around that way? It just doesn't make any sense. So let me see, what sounds right? Samsung Galaxy Curve, Samsung Galaxy Flex, Samsung Galaxy Round. That's the Galaxy Round. I know this actually. You know the weird way I'm trying to figure this out is like what camera was I using and when did I get that camera?
Was this like C100 days or something?
Yes, this is C100 days, so it's pre-red, so it's definitely like 11 to 14 now. I think this is like 2014. So I'm gonna go Samsung Galaxy Round 2014.
For item number 7, you are 100% correct. It is the Samsung Galaxy Round from 2013, but you still get points. Well done, my friend. So when I did this game, this was one of the phones that I completely ruined. I thought it was the Samsung Galaxy Flex or something. I didn't remember it was called the Round. But yes, and in fact, you definitely did a video on it, which we watched literally while we were prepping this. So congratulations.
This is so Samsung. This is like, you know what we can do with the screen? This other thing, and we're gonna do it in a phone.
Well, I am happy to report that you were successfully above the 50% threshold so far, but don't get too cocky. We still have quite a few devices left. Are you ready to move on to the next item?
I'm ready.
All right. Item number 8, please.
That sinister laugh is like, I'm not getting this one. Wow, okay, Android, yes. Samsung UI. God, that's about all I'm gonna get from this. It's a candy bar phone, but it's like got this huge screen on the front. I just don't know the name, like at all. This is the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra from 2014. No way, it's that late. 2012. 2012.
My friend, you just threw away your points. You are 0% correct. It was 2015. This is the Samsung Galaxy Folder. Not to be confused with the Galaxy Z Flip or Fold, the Folder. So this thing sucked. It literally was just not very good. So it had mid-range specs, but it was really expensive. No one really bought these, but apparently enough people bought them that they made 2 Galaxy Folders.
I can't believe I did this to myself. Oh man, this is more classic Samsung though. This is good.
All right, are you ready to move on to item number 9? We only have 4 more to go.
What is that? Yeah, hard pass, man. There's no way I get this one. How does it even fold like that?
Okay, you know what? I feel bad, just a little bit. I'm gonna give you a wider range. Obviously, the name and everything is gonna be difficult, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of extra leeway on both fronts. If you can get within 2 years of the product coming out, if you can give me the name of the company who made this, I will give you points.
Okay, so this is all-time weird. Okay, so I'm tempted by like Dell and Sony, but I'm gonna throw those out. Yeah, I'm getting HP. Okay, HP vibes here. The year. When was HP getting this weird? When was anyone getting this weird? This is like 90s or early 2000s. I'm feeling so. You know, wow, that's like a fan vent up top and a full-blown. What version of Windows is that? XP? Looks like XP. I can't tell, but I think that's XP. HP something from the year 1999.
Sorry to say, that is an incorrect answer. This is the Samsung SPH P9000 from 2007.
What is Samsung's deal? They are so weird, man. Oh my God.
The thing that this photo doesn't really display is the size of it. This is actually a pocketable PDA. So this runs Windows XP with a fold-out keyboard, and it actually legitimately was pocket sized. Not only was that weird, it didn't have Wi-Fi. It had 3G, and I literally had to double check this, and also WiMAX. This is a 2007 Windows XP folding WiMAX device.
I should have known it was Samsung just by how weird it was.
Okay, all right. So now we are at 7 of 18. All right, you're getting a little bit deep in the hole, my friend. You got 3 items left. Are you ready for item number 10?
I am ready. I've for sure never seen or heard of this in my life. This is weird. Okay, I'm gonna take a stab at the date because it says March 4th, 2015 on the screen. 2015 is the date that I'll go with. Just from that, like it's not a businessy IBM, Dell, Sony. It's not any of those enterprise things. This is just like a genuine weird play at like getting people to buy a weird phone. I think I have to go Apple. No, just kidding. I think it's Samsung again. Samsung 2015.
Okay, I will give you 50% points. As you so astutely noticed, we did put the answer to this one on that photo. It is from 2015, but this is the runkable Firefox phone, which was, quote, the world's first anti-smartphone with a round screen, and the backs are actually interchangeable. So you could add like stone, but they also have like weird materials like wood. And of course it used the wonderfully always up to date and really popular Firefox OS, which I'm sure, it's taken over the world, and this clearly helped it on its path to glory. So you're still in it, my friend, but I think at this point, if I'm doing my math right, if you get both of the next questions 100% right, you are at a tie, which means that you win. So you have to get both of these questions 100% accurate.
I'll do my best.
You're still in it. All right. Item number 11.
Okay, I owned the LG Voyager, right? This looks exactly like the LG Voyager. It said LG and Verizon on the front where those 2 bezels are. I had this phone. So this was my first smartphone technically ever, which means I got it before the Motorola Droid, which came out in like 2007-ish. And I got it after my like flip Samsung phone, which I got right before high school, which I got in 2007. So I will go with 2008.
You are 100% correct. It is the LG Verizon Voyager from 2007. So as you said, this was not necessarily a smartphone, but it was very much a precursor to smartphones. It did have the internet, and it was released actually a full year before Android had even shipped to the masses. Marques, my friend, you are absolutely in this right now for the final question. It has come down to this. Can you get our very final tech item correct? How are you feeling right now?
It's been really hit or miss. Like I either get it 100% or 0 usually. So I'm feeling okay.
As with the previous rules, you're gonna have to be within 1 year on the year, and you're gonna have to name the name of the device. You feel confident? You feel ready?
I feel ready.
All right. Item number 12. Our final item, please.
I think I had this actually. Yeah, but what did they name it? Because it was like the No Phone or the... Yeah, jeez. Okay, I really want to get this right. I guess, yeah, I can't think of anything else. So I guess No Phone is the name. I don't really have any like context of like similar phones or anything. I just have to like kind of vaguely remember when I had one of these. Let's go. Did I have it in college or after? No Phone from 2015.
Marques Brownlee.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You have just won the game. It is the 2016 No Phone.
Wow.
I now have to tweet out whatever it is that you want. That was a serious comeback, my friend.
Wow.
Dude, you literally had to get so many of those last ones right. You were so far behind.
I believed in myself, Austin. I believed in myself. That was a great shot in the dark.
That was an amazing comeback. Literally, when you started with No Phone and you sound like you were going to talk yourself out of it again, I was like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. You got this.
There's definitely some people who are watching this thinking they would get them right, but that was a tough one. Austin, I already know what I want you to tweet.
Okay, I'm ready.
30
30
space greater than sign
greater than sign. I don't like this where this is going. Okay.
space.
Wait, I've lost the greater than sign on my keyboard. I'm
down there at the bottom.
Greater than space. Yes, got it. Okay.
24.
24. Oh!
And then hit enter for the next line, and just
okay.
30 FPS gang for life. That's it.
All right.
There it is.
All right. All right. You know what? 30 greater than 24. 30 FPS gang for life. Okay. And tweeted. Done.
Beautiful.
Well played, my friend.
Man.
Well played.
I love it. Hey, I just want it out there. I just want it out there. I'll send you this clip in 30 FPS also.